downtown community. This is Tommy in North Carolina, and I am in downtown Hendersonville at Mia's Marketplace, and I am doing my record crawl with my friend Sean from New Orleans. Hi Sean, he's down there. He's not going to be on camera, but we're going to go around today and do some shopping and looking and digging, and we're going to bring you guys along for the ride. This is a little mall, antique mall here in Hendersonville with a little selection of records here in this little nook, and Sean's down there flipping through some stuff, and you know, we're just going to go around throughout the day and see what all we can find. But you guys are going to be along for all the fun. But this is Mia's Marketplace in downtown Hendersonville, North Carolina. We'll see you in a minute. Moved a little further up the street. There's a little pop-up shop where this gentleman, it's Basil's Antique. I was in here a couple weeks ago, the Nas record that I showed. This is where I got it. And he's got a few records, and you can see Sean's back there, and another fellow digging through. He's got some nice records here, and pretty fair prices for the most part. But some really neat stuff. Sean's digging through. I've kind of already been through the stuff here, so I don't think there's anything here that I'm really looking for. We're going to go to a few places today, and so we're going to see what we can find. We're going to hit harvest, and I'm going to try to film as much as I can while I'm in these places to bring you guys along. So just stick around. We're going to be going to a few places. This is still in downtown Hendersonville. I said it's a kind of a recent thing. It's from what I understand, it's a school teacher who has a lot of neat stuff here, and records being one of them. So stick around, and we'll see where we go next. This that we're in right now, this is the you can freeze this. It's Basil's vintage and vinyl. Really nice guy. He's got some, not a whole lot of stuff, but some good stuff. And he is at this address, and there is an email address if you can read that. It is basesvintagevinyl@gmail.com. So, you know, you can reach out if you're looking for something. He'll probably be able to find it for you. Sean found a love record. I may show it later in the video, but check this guy out. It's good stuff. All right, so Sean and I decided to make the trip a little bit further out to go to Lenoir to go to Dead Wax Records, Lenoir, North Carolina. Really a small place and kind of in the middle of nowhere. But it's a great guy. His name's Chris. He's got a great store, and we're going to show it to you guys. And it's an interesting location. It's in this older building. It's like an old medical mall or something like that. But we're going to go up, and I'll show you guys the store, because he's got a really neat store and really good prices. And Sean's up there digging right now. Dead Wax Records. He's got a lot of CDs, DVDs, a little bit of everything. And like I said, in Lenoir, North Carolina is where he is. And we're going to go in to the store and see what he's got. See the sign there, and you kind of go in right through these little double doors. So it's worth a trip if you're out this way to check it out. And you go down this hallway. It's an older building. Like I said, it looks like old medical offices. And you go up the stairs, and there he is. It's not a huge store, but it's a nice little place tucked away with some really good stuff. I came here for record store day a couple of years ago on Black Friday. You can see my reflection there in the glass. And then you go in. It's on the second floor, and you go in, and I'll show you guys the store once you go in. We're at Dead Wax, and this is the Dali Shrine that Chris has here. Chris is the guy that runs Dead Wax here in Lenoir. Really neat store, but you guys got to see his wall of Dali, because he's got some great Dolly Parton stuff. So just for museum purposes, you got to see this stuff. Really, really fun, cool stuff, and great store, great guy. You can look him up on Facebook. It's Dead Wax Records, Lenoir, North Carolina, and you can hit him up if you're looking for something in particular. But lots of cool Dali stuff here. The Dali Shrine, the Dali Lounge. So you can come chill out and hang out with Miss Parton. Who is, he's got a lot of great stuff here. So, here we go. Up on the wall. And not to show Sean, but he's looking at a mono Dylan's greatest hits. Record store day stuff, new arrivals, and regular pop rock. Really good prices, good selection. Like I said, if you're in North Carolina, it is worth a trip to come in and say hi to Chris. Autographed Conway. There you go. Nice stuff. Lots of good country music, in addition to pop rock. So here's the information for Dead Wax. There's the address and phone number and their hours. And if you guys want to come out and pay a visit to Chris, he's a good guy and he'll sell you some good records. And he'll sell you some stuff online too. So, you know, give him a call if there's something you're looking for. And you saw a little bit of stuff that I showed you on the video. So there you go. So freeze that one and on to the next stop. All right, so we're still in Lenoir, North Carolina. This is another little place. It's weird, but it's such a small town. They've got a couple of record stores. In addition to Dead Wax, there's also this place, J&B Vinyl. It's interesting. It's kind of on the corner of a busy intersection, and it's a shack, which there's nothing wrong with that, a record shack. And they've got some other stuff like Hot Wheels and other collectibles and things like that. But just different stuff, also DVDs, CDs, you know, various stuff. So we're going to go in there. Sean's already in there checking out some stuff. And so we're going to go in and see what they've got here. So we're inside J&B Vinyl. In addition to Hot Wheels and stickers, they've got a great selection of vinyl LPs in Lenoir, North Carolina. And various vinyl stickers and all kinds of fun stuff in here. And I will show you guys the address. Come see Johnny and Barbara here. There's the address and the email. Give them a call if you're looking for something. I'm sure they'll find you. Also, cornhole boards is a tradition of the South. But definitely worth coming in and taking a stop and peek and paying them a visit. In addition to a lot of records, if you're in the market for Michael Nesmith records, he's got a steel steeled from a radio engine to the photon wing. A plug for my earlier video for Nez. So that's in the new arrival bin, but you got the address, so J&B Vinyl. And finally we end up at Harvest Records, and you've heard me talk about Harvest quite a bit, and well, I'm showing all the cards for everything. There it is. I don't know if it's focused in or not. You've seen me out here at Harvest before, so not a big deal. But anyway, we're going to wrap everything up with an overview of everything we picked up today. Had a fun day and always find good stuff. So, so anyway, you know, stick around for the overview and see what all we got. I met a girl last night. She sure seemed awfully nice. Turned my back for just a minute. She said, "Yo, money all your life." I didn't love the baby, but I might have stayed a while. Yeah, when time to go with, my time ain't now. My time ain't now. We all got a time to go with. My time ain't records, CDs, and then you can find all that stuff online too. Awesome. Of course. Listen, there's wrapping up here. I was just going to say, yeah, so, here is the rundown. I want to show you guys what we got today on our Record Crawl 2017. And, because I know you want to see. And even though 2018, 2018. That's Sean in the background, and he's not going to be on camera. That's okay. But he is, or has been, gracious enough to let me show you what he got today. So I will do that. We'll try to do it kind of quickly. So as I said earlier, we started the day off in Basie's, and Sean picked up this Love album for sale. So there you go, which is an original Electra. Really nice shape. So he picked that up. And then Basie was up the street because there was a big fair today, or arts fair, or antique fair in downtown Hendersonville today. And so he had some of his records up there and was selling those. And he found a copy of Def Leppard's Hysteria that he also got. And you guys saw the card, so I'm not gonna repeat all that information. And so then we went out to Lenore and went to Dead Wax Records, and Sean found a nice, clean copy of A Wizard, a True Star by Todd Rundgren. Really nice shape. I mean, a lot of these Todd Rundgren records tend to be in really bad shape, particularly the jacket. So this is an upgrade. He's got a copy of this, so that's an upgrade for him. And then we went to J&B Vinyl, and this was probably the find of the day. And so I'm really excited to show this to you guys. I actually should have seen it first, but I didn't. But even so, I probably still would have let Sean have it, because this is one of his very favorite records. Merrill Frankhauser and his trusty HMS Bounty. And I'm going to read the title off. Whoopee. A heartwarming, lip-licking, foot-stomping, mind-blowing, pulse-pounding, hip-swinging mother of a super new album called Things. So there it is. And of course, the big thing with this record, the plus side of this record, isn't this record that's got some Harry Nilsson stuff on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's some Harry Nilsson tunes on here. Those of you that know this album can comment on it, but really, really nice album. Things by Merrill Frankhauser and HMS Bounty. Kind of a rare record, and Sean got it at a really good price. And he still got the sticker on there, so I'll show it to you. So, yeah, he did well with that. And then we ended the day at Harvest, of course, where Sean picked up this Jam compilation, Snap. So fans of the Jam and Paul Weller. Some nice gatefold. So there's that. And I kind of twisted his arm on this one. Marshall Crenshaw's Field Day. Which was really a cheap price, but this is a nice record. Those of you that know Marshall Crenshaw, my Marshall Crenshaw fans, it's not as good as the debut, but this is a really good record, and so he's going to enjoy this album as a pop rock fan. And finally, the last record that he got was World Peace Is None of Your Business by my friend and yours, Morrissey. I'm not a Morrissey fan. But Sean is a big fan of Morrissey and the Smiths. Not my cup of tea, never has been. But for fans, you know, this was a nice pickup. So that was Sean's pickups, and I will now show you my pickups. And I didn't do a whole lot because I'm kind of on a record moratorium at the moment. But for somebody on a record moratorium, of course, you always find stuff. So I didn't get anything at the places in Hendersonville. Just didn't see anything that I really wanted at any of those places. But I did find this at Dead Wax. This was in the Dollar Record bin. Dave Edmunds Information. And the reason I wanted this album is $1, but the reason I really wanted it was because the involvement of Jeff Lynne. I know the song Slipping Away, and I like Dave Edmunds. So as a Jeff Lynne fan, and for $1, it's a really nice, clean copy. And I'll pull this one out and show it to you guys, so you can see. But for $1, that wasn't bad. But in the regular bins, I did find a couple things. Here is Dimensions by the Box Tops. Memphis band, everybody knows The Letter. I've probably talked about the Box Tops before, but featured a young Alex Chilton, later of Big Star. There's Alex down there. But this is the album that has Soul Deep on it. It also has their version of I Shall Be Released, Bob Dylan song that I don't think he ever released. Not on any of his albums. I think it was a Basement Tapes. But this is a pretty good record. Nice clean copy on the Bell label. And so the big ones are here. This is still at Dead Wax, but those of you that have been following the channel know that I've been on a search for Thin Lizzy, and I found some Thin Lizzy. These are some later records. I'm not really familiar with them, but here's Renegade, Thin Lizzy's Renegade, which I think was 81, if I'm not mistaken. But still in the shrink, or the shrink's still there on the Warner Brothers label. But Thin Lizzy's Renegade. So the Thin Lizzy collection doing a little bit better than it was this morning. And the other Thin Lizzy was Thunder and Lightning, which is actually later than Renegade. And like I said, I'm not familiar with these albums, but you know, I've kind of made a pact that I'm going to go all in for Thin Lizzy and buy Thin Lizzy records, and so that's what I've done. So I'm good on my word. So there you go. There's a couple of more Thin Lizzys. I still do not have a copy of Jailbreak, which is weird. It's probably their biggest hit album, but I do not have it. So over at J&B Vinyl, I picked up this bad boy, Black Sea by XTC, because XTC is the other band that I've been after. And so this is an actual... the jacket's not in the best shape, and it looks a little bit like it's kind of water damaged. But it is a British copy on the Virgin label. So, yeah. Jacket's probably going to require some cleaning because I think there's some like gunky stuff on it. And there is also an insert here as well. So the XTC collection got helped along a little bit. And then finally at Harvest Records, we all know this one. We all love it. David Jones, the Cold Picks record. This is Davy Jones before Monkey Davy Jones. He was signed to Cold Picks. He had done his stint on Broadway as the Artful Dodger in Lionel Bart's Oliver. And this record used to, several years ago, it used to sell for lots of money. I used to see it on the walls, and it would be like 30 and 40 and 50 bucks. This one did not cost that much, thankfully, because it's not that great of a record, to be honest. But, you know, it's as a Monkees fan and as, you know, just a curious piece, and it's in nice shape. And funny enough, this is a Monarch pressing. And so it was cheap, and I'm down with cheap, and it's a record I did not have, and now I do. David Jones. It was in an episode of the Monkees, the one where Mickey Dolenz, they're trying to make him into like a star, or they're trying to sell Davy Jones as a star, not Mickey Dolenz, but Davy Jones. And so they're on the beach, and I think it's Mike and Peter, and he's like, I'll trade you my Stones records, my Dylan records for, you know, this, the prize of my collection, David Jones. But anyway, you know the episode, or if you don't, there it is. And finally, a nice, clean copy of Nancy in London, Nancy Sinatra. This is, those of you who know that I'm a big Lee Hazelwood fan. And so, this is one I've actually never seen in the wild, but on the Reprise label. There it is. You guys can see that. But produced by Lee Hazelwood, arranged by Billy Strange. This does have Summer Wine on it, which is a great song. And also Friday's Child, which is a Lee Hazelwood original. And so those are the spoils of our day. I hope you've enjoyed riding along with us, because we've certainly enjoyed spending time together and record hopping and doing all that. So, you know, it's kind of become a yearly thing for us, and we have a great time doing it. But that's it. I feel like we had a good day, and that's it. Check out the other channel, Tommy Burton's Daily Records, or just Daily Records. Also, like, subscribe, comment, share. Comment down below on some of the records you saw that we got. Sean says hi. He's on the other side of the camera, and so he's being incognito right now. But follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.